Good afternoon, friends. Um, so it's nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the farm, and it's the end of the shift for the workers here. So it's very quiet because they will all be picked up at 3 o'clock. So it's now about 2:40 as I start this video. So they're already preparing to go home. So it's very quiet. And it is also Thursday, and tomorrow in Saudi Arabia, the weekend starts on a Friday, so tomorrow they are on day off. So it's been a week since my last video, and so much happened in the past week. First off is that I feel so much better, and so I have been able to work on my plots for the last 3-4 days. In fact, about 2 or 3 days out of that worked intensively. So that's how much improvement is how I feel with my health right now. So I'm on this video. I'm just going to give you an update as to what happened in the last week and the work that I have done on my vegetables, on my plants. So here, the nearest one is plot 31. So I have dug up the soil, aerate the soil, and applied potash and additional organic fertilizer, and I have also planted peppers, transplanted them. They were from plot 26, but they were crowding. So these are Cayeneta there. So I am distributing them here on the spaces left in between the tomatoes. So they were planted yesterday only. Here, a little bit over there, and something here, there, and I think there's another here. Yes, here, and yeah, here. So I feel like a lot of improvement. I think my tomatoes are generally happier now that I'm back, and I can look after them every day. And I also planted parsley seeds yesterday. So this one, as you can see in this plot, see, my coriander is growing really well in this side, and you will notice the difference here. See, because this other half of the plot was planted with parsley, but apparently those were expired seeds, and nothing came up in the 45 days that I was out of the kingdom. So those seeds were no good. So what I did the other day was to get a new packet of parsley seeds. So it's not, I hope it's not yet too late to be sowing seeds. So it's early January, and hopefully we'll enjoy parsley March or April, and it would still be good at that time. So I have spread my parsley here in this L-shaped available space in between the tomatoes. I can no longer use the side actually because it's been planted over by with tomatoes, so there's no more space for the parsley in this. So hopefully that works. So those are the things that went into plot 31. And here plot 33 is actually an open plot, so it's not paid for or in the name of any of the members. So it's a common plot, and Saipul and with the guidance of Ali, the landscaping supervisor, planted the tomatoes. So I don't know where the seedlings came from. It could be from mine because I had a lot of them in plot 26. And obviously they've just been planted probably just like a week or two before my arrival, because they look like they've just been planted. But bless them for for doing it. I think they just want to show that they are doing this work, because I did plant these last year. So the tomatoes here are just about coming out now. So I have all of these. I have pepper here also, by the way, and another one over there. Yeah. So this alone probably would be at least 100 tomatoes in plot 33, and some 200 probably in my plot 31. So let's move on to my next plot, which is 26. So this was my my tomato nursery. So this is where I planted all my tomatoes and to have them germinate. So I don't know anymore which ones are mine. There were about 10 tomato varieties there, and I don't know anymore which are originally mine and which are from from the company nursery, or from whichever supplier they get their tomato seedlings. So here I have cultivated the soil as well, aerated it, and applied fertilizer and arranged the stakes. So here I have more of the transplanting of the peppers. And so here they are no longer crowded. So two here, these have been redistributed as well to give them a bigger chance of growing healthier. So I do have some tiny seedlings there, and I'm wondering if those are just wayward tomato seeds that refused to appear while I was here until November last year. So I'm hoping, and if I'm not mistaken, those were really nice variety of tomato called Shimmer. So I can only tell, I will only be able to tell which variety it is when the fruit appears. So we'll see by March or April when these tomatoes start fruiting. So yes, I have also trimmed the flowers from the basil. Keeps it healthy, and of course my eggplant is still going. So yeah, here this tiny baby here is some kind of a dwarf variety as well, and I think because they come from the UK, the seeds, they're not really acclimatized to the Saudi weather. But yeah, this is a dwarf variety that's meant for planting in pots. So I'm really taking good care of it, that it survives, because it's so tiny. There's a really small one there. So I have one pepper left here. They were crowded here yesterday, so they've now been distributed. And just like plot 33, the staff also took the initiative to plant plot 28. So this is in the name of a member, but they have been inactive. They didn't do any cultivation, so we had the deadline up to the end of November for the members to cultivate their plots, after which if there is no indication of them or in any interest of them cultivating the plots, the group, the board has the right to cultivate it, not on their behalf, but for the group. So it becomes like a common plot. It's really for the sake of getting all plots cultivated. So yes, these are newly planted by the looks of it, just about a week or 2 years, 2 weeks old, but they're already on their way to a good start. And this plot also received 2 pepper or chili seedlings, and I wouldn't know whether they are pepper or chili, so again, when they fruit, we will know. And if you notice the irrigation, this is the new irrigation that's installed, so it's different from the previous design that was more of a like circular. This one is rectangular. Okay, so let's move on to my plot 17, which is really, I think, the best plot that I have, because here I have my prized carrots. This one is the purple variety, this one is the orange, and that's the red. So here I have aerated the soil, I have weeded the some kind of like it's definitely not mine, something, it's similar to this, so I think it was stray seeds, and they were growing all over and suffocating my carrots here in the foreground. So I have also applied fertilizer, and I have sown dwarf French beans, because I'll show you later from plot 7. We are so pleased with the French beans that I want more of them, and I have researched that the beans actually grow well with carrots, so it's not a problem planting them together in the same plot. So see how nice it looks. Yes, my cos lettuce are growing really well. This is my parsnip. It looks like parsley. Well, the name itself, they share 3 letters similar. And my what's that, Lolo Rosa, is just so pretty. And this year the color of the year is also magenta, so I think it's a lucky sign. So here obviously we have some empty space, so I might add and sow more of the Lolo Rosa seeds, so that it could supply us continuously until summer. So this is where I planted the French beans, here in this area here. And my radishes are 2 months old, more than 2 months old, so we are steadily consuming them, and in fact I have offered them to friends as well. So because what I'm gonna do is I will replace them with new sowing of the radish. So this really need to go soon, so I can plant a new batch of radish. So the red one is called Cherry Bell, and I'm really pleased with it. It tastes really, really good. So I'm going to sow more of that, and white radish. Okay, so we have now come to my plot 7, which was the least lush of my plots. Let's just go around it. So yeah, so it's plot 7. So what I have done here, I rendered more work in this plot than the other plots. So first off, I aerated the soil. I applied potash fertilizer. I thinned out the cauliflower. So I looked at my notes, and these are cauliflower, and they were really crowding. So as you can see, they have now been thinned out, and they are distributed all over wherever there is a space. So the cabbage as well here, they refused to there was zero germination. So out of all the seeds that I planted, apart from the parsley in plot 31, the cabbage also did not sprout. So in its place, I moved some of the cauliflower seedlings. So they are all distributed here in all available spaces, and they're still really tiny. Some of them are very tiny, but they're coming around well now. And if you look at from a distance on ground level, you can already appreciate the onions, the leeks, the chives, and the spring onions, with the addition as well of peat moss to because it looked really sandy. So now it looks more fertile, the plot. So this is chives. This really delicate leaves. At the other end is the leeks, so they're still very tiny, really thin, pointy leaves, but they will grow to gigantic proportions because they are leeks. These are spring onions. So they're still babies, but I'd like to think in the last week that I have tended to them properly, they have grown so much. These are onions. When I say onions, they are grown properly for their bulbs. So yeah, they're tiny. I can't wait for them to grow. So I'm giving plot 7 really the more of the attention over the other plots. And yesterday I thinned out the kale. So this is kale here. I thinned them out and I transplanted them to plot 4, which has been uncultivated also. So this now becomes plot dedicated to kale. So they were transplanted late yesterday afternoon, so they're still not settled yet. So this needs attention in the crucial initial stages of being transplanted, but I think some of them are already established quite well, like this one. So far there's no wilted seedling yet. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. There's still a quarter of the plot space left, which we'll see what I can do, because yesterday I ran out of time. So to go back to my plot 7, there's still this see, there's still some crowding happening here, because I managed only to thin out this part here. So that could I think there will be enough there to put to transfer to plot 4. So yeah, let's focus on the French beans. And as mentioned earlier, we are really pleased with it, because 3 days ago I harvested them to serve to the husband for lunch, along with his baked salmon, and they were really good. So this had been harvested intensively just recently, but they're coming around with more. And this is that's the seedling that I got from the UK. So this I planted, I had some seeds left which I planted in plot 17, because here obviously, as you can see, there's no more space. There. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful day. I think for the first time since we arrived back, this is the first day that fully sunny, because sometimes it's cloudy, sometimes it's rainy and cloudy, but today is the full sunny day, with the sun shining all day and the sky almost plain blue with little clouds. But now there are more clouds, but this morning it was really just a beautiful day. So can you see? Yeah, I'd like to think, I'm so obsessive with it, but I like to think my plot 7 is looking really loved now. Well, a lot of work went into cultivating it. Okay, so we'll review, go back again. I could spend here all afternoon just looking at my plants. So yes, this is my prized plot 17. Gotta make a mental note about sowing more of the Lolo Rosso. So here again, this is where I planted more of the French bean, in this empty space here, because there was a see, this is parsley, rooted parsley, but very little has germinated. So the space, I took over the space and planted it with French bean. Plot 26. Plot 31. And my adopted plots for tomatoes 33 and over there 28. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.